Traveling Tyler style. I'm in London, but in particular, I'm in Greenwich. A wise person once told me that if there's anywhere you're going to visit while you're in London, make sure you visit Greenwich. It's underrated, it's forgotten. Most people come to London, they see Tower of London, Tower Bridge, Stonehenge if they want to make a little side trip. They see all the popular things, but what they forget is Greenwich. It's the beginning of time, like actual time. It has a lot of history, and more than anything, it's just really cool. So we're going to take a look around. We're going to check out the bars, the shops, the restaurants. We're going to spend the night here, and I'm going to show you why Greenwich is so cool.
The line in Greenwich represents a historic prime meridian of the world, longitude 0, the Greenwich Meridian. Every place on Earth was measured in terms of its distance east or west from this line. The line itself divided the eastern and western hemispheres of the Earth, just as the equator divides the northern and southern hemispheres. Greenwich is known for its maritime history. It's a relatively small area, but it sure had a major impact on the world. It's easy to get to, has a DLR stop at Greenwich Station. There's also a DLR stop called Cutty Sark that puts you pretty much right at the ship. I've been coming here for years. I've probably been here 10 times or more. I brought my grandparents to London for their 65th anniversary and we celebrated it right here in Greenwich, so it obviously has a very special meaning to me. It offers a lot more than that though. There's so many restaurants, so many bars. It has an incredible view of the O2, the Thames River. It really is incredible. It's one of my very favorite places.
The Meridian Line in Greenwich represents the prime meridian of the world. Greenwich Mean Time. You probably heard about that. You see GMT, but people don't understand that that's here. That's where I'm at. That's why Greenwich is such a significant place. It's a lot more than that. It also has a cool vibe and a cool atmosphere, but it has history. That's what we're going to be looking at.
Greenwich has a very underrated food scene. There's so many restaurants. Wandercrust Pizza at Pelton Arms has some of the best pizza around. It looks like a pub, but the food is a lot better than you'd expect. The Crown doesn't only have one of the best beer selections around, it also has good pizza. Zaibatsu has great sushi. The Golden Chippy has fish and chips that are about as good as it gets. The Guildford Arms looks like a pub, but the Sunday roast is amazing. Want some Korean food? Try K-Chicken. That's why I always try to go out of my way and go to Greenwich. Every time you go, you can try something new. Right now, we're working our way down to the Cutty Sark. That's at the end. That's the ship. It's kind of the most famous part of Greenwich right now. But while you're walking down there, you pass so many different places. So that's what we're looking at right now. See what I mean? There's restaurants everywhere, and a lot of shopping also. If you like to shop, this is a great place for that. I'm not a big shopper though. The thing I like about London is the pubs sometimes have really good food. You walk in and you don't really expect the food to be great. Then you order something and it's really good. Happens all the time. Though sometimes the food's better after you have had 6 beers or so. Funny how that works. That's the Greenwich Market. We're going to look at that in a little bit. That also was really cool. But there's Jamaican food, Ethiopian food, a little bit of everything. There's the Cutty Sark. Coming up on it. It's funny because what I usually do is bar hop all the way down to the Cutty Sark. It's kind of my tradition. On a nice day, there's nothing better. The Gypsy Moth is a really well-known bar. Not sure about the food, I've never ate there, but pretty much every time I come down here, I have at least one beer at the Cutty Sark. It's also a museum. Learned about the history. How cool is that?
The Cutty Sark was built in 1869. It was built for the China tea trade, which sailed to every major port in the world. It's a tourist attraction now. It has a museum. It's definitely worth visiting. If you're going to come to London, you have to come to Greenwich and you have to check out the Cutty Sark.
There's so many videos of London, Buckingham Palace, Tower Bridge, those types of things that are really common and popular. But for some reason, Greenwich slips under the radar. That's the kind of videos I like to do. I want to do videos on places that I consider a hidden gem. There's also the Royal Observatory. That's where the prime meridian actually runs through it, giving the name to Greenwich Mean Time. I didn't go there on this particular trip, so I don't have any videos of it. You can look it up on YouTube though. But if you do come to Greenwich, you kind of got to do the Royal Observatory. It's part of the deal. It's in Greenwich Park up on a hill. But this is why I like Greenwich so much. I'm only touching the surface. It's just such an important place. Now we're working our way back to the market. We're heading in now. There's a lot of street food. There's a bar. A few different restaurants. People selling clothes. Arts and crafts, that type of stuff. Just has a really cool character to it. This is something that, if you have a chance, you should really check it out. We're just going to do a circle around just to give you the idea. Bunch of shops. Something for everyone. I understand that there's other places that are probably, have more to offer in certain ways. I'm not trying to put it up there with one of the greatest places in the world. But for me, it's perfect. You can walk everywhere. It's easy to get around. I mean, what's better than this? London has some really incredible areas, no doubt about it. It really does. But you have to put this right up there. The Royal Naval College is also in Greenwich. It's incredible in its own way as well. I was planning on checking it out. The problem is I got distracted by a pub. That's what usually happens to me. The Old Brewery. This was a cool place as well. Lots of beer options. cool vibe. Kind of tucked around a corner, wasn't too crowded. I ordered the Meantime. Figured it was fitting. This is what I got. Travel in Tyler style, Greenwich, London. Subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of videos coming. I'm out.